You've already won half the battle by just starting this race. Not overnight, let's get that straight right from the start, but in due time. Are you ready to start on this great adventure?
That's carry ammo. It's gonna fucking fall over, isn't it? Alright, so if you want the TLDR of this video before we get started, batteries, magazines, ammunition, non-perishable foods, seeds, gardening tools, high volume water filtration, and extra filters. Yeah, that's just for anybody who doesn't want to sit through a fucking 20-minute video of me bullshitting. This is YouTube, and for some reason people like to do that shit. What's up, guys? Free and poor. We are back to discuss a couple things that have changed in the last few months since I haven't dropped a video recently. Mostly, I'm going to go over my New Year's resolutions. Now that it's almost the end of February, I figured you guys might like to hear what I have planned for myself. So, to begin with, it is February 24th. It's like 75 degrees right now. This is absurd. Absolutely insane. I could go in a hey guys, we're back today to do another schizo rant with terrible audio quality, and I'm gonna fucking bitch about Joe Biden. That's not going in. My New Year's resolution was, well, a couple of them. 1, to pray more. 2, to attend church regularly. And 3, to become a better shooter. Because as prepared citizens go, I feel like I have somewhat of an idea of what I'm doing. However, as a shooter, I'm really not that well in practice. Not as I should be. Shout out to our buddy Preacher. He sent me this chest rig with a couple pouches on it. It's an ATS tactical gear rig, which is, well, I believe it. The harness is, at least. I'm not really certain about the chest rig itself. We got our medical pouch here. We've got a speed reload pouch. There's 4 magazines on it. And then up front is like an admin pouch. I got my signal panel, Right in the Rain, a couple pens, other shit in there. So what I've done is I allot myself a certain dollar amount every week to put toward my ammunition, my range supplies, and I figured I would talk about different things that I have bought through the years with my different, or my varying budget levels. You know, because I'm in a place financially now where I can finally afford to put, you know, a significant amount of money into my, or what I consider to be a significant amount of money into my preparedness. And that was never the case before. I had, you know, anywhere from 10 to 20 bucks a week that I felt like I could comfortably waste on shit like this. Anybody with half a brain recognizes the implications of having to use shit like this, especially in our home country. Right? It's a terrifying thought, or it should be at least. I hate whenever preparedness guys on YouTube are like, I know it's not as sexy to talk about preparedness. It's like, can we stop using that word? Can you guys shut the fuck up? Stop being fucking gay for like 5 seconds? What the fuck is up with the gun community, and being fucking homoerotic all the time? I work blue collar. I know fucking plenty of vets who are totally into the fucking shit. I can't say that on YouTube. I don't fucking get it. It doesn't make sense to me. It's like, oh, I'm just comfortable with my sexuality. Yeah, well, it kind of seems like you want to fuck butts. So, figure that out. Anyway, so when I had a budget of like, you know, like I said, like $10 to $20, the only thing I would put my preparedness budget toward was essentially stuff like a box of ammo here and there whenever I decided I was going to go to the range the next week, or non-perishable food items. When this time of year starts to come around, you start to think about things like potting mix and seeds and consumables, things that you run out of, things that you use up, things that will disappear. Everybody can have a high-speed fucking Faro, Shaw, Cry, Beyond Clothing fucking nylon, but if you don't have the basics down pat, if you don't have sustainable levels of ammunition, if you don't have food stores, you're gonna fuck yourself. I need to stop cursing. That's another thing that I'm working on this year. I need to stop cursing so much. Say I'm shooting 50 rounds, 100 rounds a week, then I need to be buying 100 plus rounds a week. That way, I'm always staying just a step ahead in my stores. The first thing I think I'm gonna go over is the most obvious consumable, ammunition, right? So there's a lot of different ways you can buy ammo. You can go to your local gun store. You can go to your big box stores like Cabela's or Gander Mountain or whatever you have around you, Academy Sports, or you can buy online. There's a lot of good deals online, and if you're on Telegram, I highly suggest that you subscribe to Mr. Guns and Gear's Telegram, because some of the deals he posts in there are crazy. Just the other day, I saw a box of 500 rounds for 9mm 115 grain, I want to say federal target ammo, and it was like $103. You'll find a really good deal on ammo online. It'll come down, you know, that particular box was like 21 cents a round for brass. And, you know, I put it in my cart, and then I went to check out. Shipping was like $25. Ground shipping for ammo is crazy. So I did the math, and once you add in shipping, the taxes and everything, it came up to like 28 cents a round. Well, I got this from Cabela's for $30, and that's just short of 30 cents a round. I will say the 100 round 9mm packs are kind of like my favorite thing to buy right now, because $30 and you get basically, you know, 2 range days out of it. If you just go to the range to mag dump with your buddies, you're not really learning anything. You can go out and zero your gun, and it can be zeroed at 100 yards all day, every day, 100%. If you're not running drills and you're not learning how to move and effectively use your weapon under stress, under time, then you're not going to really understand combat mechanics, I guess. Whatever buzzword we can fit in here that I can make up on the fly. What's up, guys? I'm some douchebag from G. I have got to stop hating on people. All right, next. Oh no, my EOTech died. Whatever shall I do? Well, you go to the store and you buy some CR123A batteries, and you fucking keep them around. You keep one on your kit somewhere, or you get a battery box and you keep that shit watertight. You don't want to be up shit's creek without a paddle. I can't remember the last time I used my irons was probably when I sighted them in. You know, and that was back when I still had my Vortex Crossfire red dot. So I spent $200 on those irons, and I just haven't used them because I keep batteries in all my shit. Rowing, this thing's gonna fall over. My target fell over. If you're paying somebody else to fix shit that you could possibly be doing or learning how to fix on fucking YouTube, then you're really kind of wasting potential. You see this? I like the yellow because it's pretty. You know, being in the field of work that I am and doing this kind of shit, we find ourselves with tears and holes in our clothing constantly. And if you don't know how to do basic hand sewing, you really ought to do yourself a favor and take 10 minutes to learn, because that's literally all it takes. 10 minutes to learn how to thread a needle, start a stitch, finish one, and close it up. It's incredible how useful that skill is. And if you can learn how to do it in, you know, I mean, there's videos on YouTube that literally teach you in 5 minutes. Buying a $6 kit like this will save you so much money. Rather than going out and replacing entire garments, you can fix them or reinforce them even, and you'll be so much better off for it. If you're running your shit, you're gonna tear it up. I said something about, you know, like Cry and Beyond Clothing lasting you almost a lifetime in my last video, and some people lost their fucking marbles. They were like, maybe if you're a flat range operator who never uses your shit, but if you're actually out in the field using it, you're not gonna fucking last. When did that happen? So in the medical pouch, I'll show you my new addition on top of my trauma kit. Damn, the sun's moving and it's putting the fucking, see the shadow from the target stand that the camera's on? So outside of the trauma kit, we have a adventure medical kits like boo-boo kit. And I like to keep this on the rig, especially since we have this big ass pouch right here. Again, shout out to Preacher. He's our favorite. The adventure medical kit is like a boo-boo kit. It's got sutures, band-aids, topical antibiotics and ointments, you know, shit like ibuprofen, aspirin, basic bandages and wraps and stuff. And inside of this particular bag is a waterproof bag. I don't know if you can see it in there. And it's a little crunchy, a little loud, kind of hard to get to. If you're in a situation where you need something out of here, it's probably not the utmost important thing that you do at that time, right? So it can either wait, or you're not in a situation where it's dramatic enough to warrant crinkling this motherfucker out. Investing some more money into medical gear, tooling, ammunition, batteries, non-perishable foods. So I've got friends who are a lot more well-learned in that area, in that respect, that I'll probably approach to see if they can help add some foresight to something like that. But if it's a consumable and it's within your budget, you should probably be stacking it, right? Maybe not so worried about the top of the line fucking nylon kit. Maybe not so worried about another rifle that you could probably go without. Not so dedicated to buying either, you know, if you're buying really expensive shit, you know, like top of the line shit, you probably have all this figured out already. And if you're buying bottom of the barrel shit, you probably ought to recognize these patterns and recognize this before you get started too deeply. Because there's a lot of guys, myself included, who have like that mid-range budget where they find themselves buying like okay kit. And they waste money on shit that's like all right, and it'll get them through right now. That's not what you want to do. You don't want to get kit items that cost just enough to put you out of the running and out of fucking money for the next month, month and a half, 2 months, to where you are running out of consumables, running out of things that would do you better in a situation, should it arise, than some fucking hype beast bullshit. Reject consumerism, I say in a video about buying shit. Reject consumerism and embrace utilitarianism, right? Think about things that you're actually going to use. You know, because I can take this pouch off of here and put it on my camping backpack, the one I take my family out with, and it'll have all the fucking medical gear I need in it. It'll have my trauma kit. It'll have my boo-boo kit. It'll have, you know, there's various other things that I might stick in here because I have kids, but, you know, this is basically a 20-minute video telling you, don't forget about the shit that you use. Just because you buy it once doesn't mean you're good for good. Stack your ammo deep. Oh, that's another thing. Magazines are consumable. Items with Velcro are consumable. If you've never used a piece of Velcro enough, you do that 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 times, the Velcro starts to come loose. I should say hook and loop. Hook and loop starts to come loose. The soft part down here, you can even kind of see it on this. See if I can get in close in the sun maybe. You can kind of see those fibers coming up to the point where the hook side is not latching in quite as securely as it might when it's a brand new piece of material. So if you have Velcro that's going bad, replace that shit. You can get Generation 2 P-Mags, windowless, for like 10 bucks a piece. I have a lot of OK Industries and SureFeed. Those are fantastic. One of those companies is out of business now. I can't remember which one it is. There's a couple companies that I've been told to stay away from. Just put your humble amount of weekly allowance, bi-weekly, monthly, on your payday. Make sure that you're taking a reasonable portion and putting it toward things that you know you're going to use. Because if you keep saving up for that latest and greatest plate carrier that you potentially never use, or will potentially never use, then you are going to find yourself without things that you actually do need. Everybody remember, Christ is Lord. Go to church, talk to God, and become a better man today. Maybe I'll put in some out of context clips from the last time I tried to record this video. And you're like, oh, the fucking government's ran by lizards and they kill kids and they extract this fucking chemical from their blood and they're demons and blah, blah, blah. You're so fucking close. You're autistic. People use that word, it's kind of cringe and gay. I don't really want to fuck my guns, but you do you. Fat guy commercial, like, oh, we made a holster for fat dudes because if you want a appendix carry, but you gotta, and he's fucking jiggling around his fat fucking gut. Whoa! I fucking hate this shit sometimes. Fellas, stop eating. And you go to the range with your work friend who's kind of into guns. He's gonna bring his fucking clapped out Bear Creek and he's gonna be like, oh, we got the same gun. And that's going to feel like somebody stuck their hand inside your solar plexus and started picking you up. Maybe not frivolous bullshit like a fucking $17 piece of nylon that holds your keys tight together so that they don't jingle around. I Cordovaed my nods. Dude, the loan was like 46 APR, but you know, if I pay it off in 7 years, then I'm only gonna end up paying like, you know, 300% interest on it. So it's not really that big of a deal because I can make those payments. It's only like 80 bucks every 2 weeks. That was a really good video, except for the Reddit level atheist humor skibbity toilet. Some little shit last time told me that I have fucking Reddit humor because of the, excuse me, miss. Excuse me, miss. Not everybody can fucking spend all day on the internet deciding what the new edgiest fucking cool guy humor is. Go fuck yourself.